In this week alone, we went from having one Shayna in classes to now 3. It's crazy.
Let's take attendance. See if I can get the names in. Find the right page. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Rivka Mendetska, Sarah Business, Mark Levana Butler,
Yes.
here. Michal Fernandez, Sarah Business, that's you. Right. Maya Hernandez, Simcha Ignashkina.
Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, I got it right this time. Navara Kapalovich? No. Chava Krimko. Rotem Lek. What's here for? Dwaran Amdar?
Here.
Is here. Shana Partush. Bashir Princelow. Rachel Princelow? It's you?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And Sharon El Sasson?
I'm on Zoom, Rabbi.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us. Sofa Guliyafa, that's you?
It's me.
It's you. Okay. So, we have a minute first. The last class, just to go over quickly what we did in the last class first. And that is, we discussed, let's see who remembers what. Cliche. Discussed here the difference between a cliche and a cliche. So the general difference is there's two types of cliche. There's cliche yad nichris, and there's cliche. It's not exactly the same shot that we did the last time, but it's the same ideas. So we have here Kli Rishon. Everyone knows what it means. If you don't understand something, just ask, because I'm not going to explain everything again because it's review. I'm assuming that you will know. But if you don't get something, don't be ashamed to ask.
It's the primary and secondary investment.
Cliche is right. That's the
The
second.
secondary and the re-sheet is the primary.
Shlishi.
Shlishi.
Shani, when you transfer from.
Yeah, the shani is the second one.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, clear? Cliche is the second one. So cliche yad nichris. That means your hand will get burnt. That means it's extremely hot. Yad nichris. Cliche yad, your hand nichris will get burnt. Then it's cliche. That's only yad siledis. It's not yad nichris, it's yad siledis. Which is still hot, but you won't get burnt. But it's so hot that you pull away your hand. It's not as hot. The difference is that cliche is similar to cliche for the most part, at least for our kind of conversation now. There is some difference, we'll see. But when we're talking about putting food inside the keli, I think I'm going to wait to see still writing. Writing down what's on the board. Okay, so finish writing. Okay, so in terms of putting something inside the keli that's not cooked yet, like salt, pepper, by the way, salt is cooked, but we're going to explain later why salt is still an issue even though it's cooked. It's dissolving, something is changing. We'll talk more about it. So you can't put anything in a cliche that's not cooked yet. And what about a cliche? Well, if it's yad nichris, it's the same thing. You're putting some stuff inside. It's not cooked yet. Or putting bread Cliche Yatziledis is a different category. That's already officially technically what the Halacha tells us is, thank you very much, is Ein Rasha. It does not have the ability to cook, which means theoretically we should be allowed to put anything in cliche. But Al Chum tells us we should be machmir. So even though see it says Ein Rasha means it doesn't cook, meaning it's okay. But there are certain foods that are very delicate and sensitive, and they will cook in a cliche. And we don't know what they are, so we have to be strict and not put anything in a cliche. Besides those things that they clearly told us you're allowed to put in. So there are certain things they clearly said you could put in this cliche yatsi lettuce. And then is all liquids and spices. It says garlic, onion, you're allowed to put in. But other than that, we don't put anything in cliche yatsi lettuce. Now, where is there, anyone remembers, because I did discuss it last time, anyone remembers in what way klisheni is different than klirishin? We say this klisheni yalichus we had to get burnt, we say similar to klirishin. But there is a situation where it's different. So a klirishin, we're going to say it's prohibited. And cliche is permitted. Does anyone remember that? You know what? It could be that could be I actually did not mention it. Could be I think I waited because this was going to come later. Yeah, I mentioned it quickly. I'll mention it now, but it might come up again when we discuss it. And that is as follows, that I can't put any liquid that's not cooked, cold liquid, in a kli rishon, right? A kli rishon, what's in it? In the cartridge? So in a kli rishon, I can't put any liquid that's not cooked. We'll discuss it more specifically, but for now, any liquid that's not cooked, you can't put in a kli rishon. What about putting liquid that's not cooked, cold liquid, into cliche? Yad. Can I put some cold liquid into cliche in yad? Again, I have a cliche yad, which means really hot water straight from the kettle, pour into a cup. Could I put liquid? Could I put milk inside this cliche yad? No. Now here's going to be an exception. I can't put that into cliche. I can't put it to a cliche. I can't put it into cliche. But when it comes to pouring from a cliche, it's going to be different. That is that when I'm pouring from the kli, if I want to pour from the kli rishon, I want to pour from the kettle onto milk or onto any other liquid, I'm not allowed. So now we're discussing something else now. Now I'm discussing about pouring from the hot into the cold. Before we were discussing putting cold into hot, I have a pot of soup. I can't put cold liquid into it. I can't put salt into it. Same with cliche. I poured the water from the kettle into my cup. I can't put anything into it. I can't put salt into it, whatever. I can't put inside of it. I can't put milk into it. Now I'm discussing something different. Now I'm discussing pouring from the kettle into the liquid, or from the cliche into the liquid. Pouring from the kettle onto the liquid. Following? Now this goes into a different category. This is different. So putting something into the keli is different than pouring from the keli onto that. Now it's only different when it comes to liquid. for the most part. So generally speaking, if I can't put something into a cliche, I can't pour from the cliche onto it. If I tell you, you can't put salt into cliche, you also can't pour from cliche onto the salt. But when it comes to liquid, there's a difference. By liquid, we're saying you cannot pour from the cliche onto the liquid. But you could pour from the cliche onto the liquid. That also, let's cliche by itself, a cliche that's yad nichris. Can we be finished writing? Yeah, a cliche yad nichris. I can't put salt in salt. That's salt. Liquid. Okay, focusing on liquid now. The difference is with liquid specifically. Cliche yad nichris. I can't put liquid. I can't put milk inside cliche yad nichris. It's very hot. But I could pour from the cliche yad nichris onto the liquid. But from a kli rishon, I cannot pour onto liquid. A kli rishon, I cannot put liquid into the kli rishon. I can't put. If you have a practical kli rishon, what would be an example? Practical example. A kettle. Talking about putting liquid into kli rishon. Usually, you don't put liquid into the kettle, pour from the kettle, but think of something practical they could connect to it. There isn't. Not always is there. But the point is to put liquid inside the kli rishon. That's not allowed. And to pour from the kli rishon onto the liquid is what? Permitted? No, the kli rishon onto the liquid is also not permitted. So in the kli rishon, there's no difference. There's no difference putting in liquid into the kli rishon or pouring from the kli rishon onto liquid. It's the same thing. It's by cliche, we're showing you that there's a difference. That though you cannot put cold milk into the cliche yad nichris, but you could pour from the cup of hot water, the cliche, and pour it onto the milk. We spoke about the challah. Okay, let's see who remembers this. Can I put a piece of challah into cliche yad nichris? No. Yad silendus? Very good. It should be machmir. Why isn't it just plain out prohibited? Why is it just a stringency not to put challah into cliche? Let's go even further before we answer this. Can I put, what about challah in a kli rishon? Is that machmir or is that asur? Like everyone agrees you can't put challah into kli rishon? Yeah? Everyone says, all opinion says you can't put challah into kli rishon? Or is there a machlokes about it? We spoke about this, I believe we did. Challah is baked already. Can I cook something that's cooked already? Can I take a potato that's cooked, boiled, and it's dried up and put it into boiling water into kli rishon and Shabbos? The potato's already boiled. Dried, refrigerated, it's dried, it's boiled, it's soft, it's good. Could I put it into a kli rishon? Yes, it's already cooked. If I follow what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying?
You try it out.
You have potatoes that's cooked, it's boiled, it's edible. It's cooked. It's dry, it's refrigerated. You want to take it and put it into the kli rishon, not on the fire, because on the fire is different. So there's another problem. You want to put it into the hot pot of soup. Are you allowed to do that? Hmm?
No,
You can't, why not? Because you're cooking the potato.
more, we'll cook it more, no?
You're cooking it more, it's already cooked. So you're allowed, it's already cooked.
Aren't you not allowed to if it's cold, but you can if it's like room temperature?
It's going to get very hot, this potato, it could get hot. It's cold, it's edible, it's totally cooked, it's boiled, I'm gonna put it into the pot, it's going to get hot. Am I allowed to do that in Shabbos?
It'll change its form in some way.
It'll warm up. Let's say it's gonna get hot. How hot is it gonna get? I know how hot it's gonna get if it can't be on the fire. So it's not gonna get, but are you allowed? Yes or no? Don't remember this?
I wasn't here.
What does it mean, ein bishul achar bishul? Ein bishul achar bishul. What does it mean, ein bishul achar bishul?
Not cool. After.
Anyone, what does it mean, what? Don't cook after cooking.
Yeah.
What it means to the mother in the kitchen means one thing, but it means halacha something else. The mother in the kitchen means there's no cooking after cooking. If cooking is over, there's no more cooking anymore. Okay? Kidding around, don't take me so serious. But ein bishul, I'm saying the sound of the word ein bishul, achar bishul, sounds like that's what it literally sounds like. There's no cooking after cooking. There's no cooking. There's no cooking. There's no such a thing as cooking after cooking. It's like, let me think of an example, it wasn't a good example. It's cooked already. You can't cook something that's cooked. Could you cook something that's cooked already? You know, I cooked the potatoes, but I want to cook it again. You're gonna cook it again. You're not cooking it again, you're heating it up again. Could you cook something that's cooked already? It's already cooked. The prohibition of Shabbos is cooking. It's already cooked and you can't cook it again, so you're not transgressing, it's already cooked. You get what I'm saying? Yeah? So we have a dried potato, it's already cooked. If I put it into hot water, it's gonna get hot. That's not cooking, it's already cooked. You get it? Now I'm asking to putting challah into the soup, into the keli rishon. I took the pot off the soup. I want to put challah in there to get nice, whatever. Want the challah should be really soggy and really warmed up. Is this prohibited? Is it asur? The challah is baked already. So the last class, you don't look, check your notes from last class. Did we talk about it? Maybe you didn't have a chance to write it.
It's a different type of cooking.
Huh?
It's a different type of cooking.
Very good. It's a different type of cooking. So therefore, what? Tell us. If you want. You want me to say it? Okay, so I'll explain it. So very good. It's a different type of cooking. Baking and boiling is two different types of cooking. So though it was baked, but it was never boiled. It's different. It's a different taste. Do baked and boiled, fried, all the same taste? No. So that's why you're not allowed to put it into the kli. That's why there's an opinion that says you can't put it into kli rishon, because one opinion says, yes, it was baked, but it never had boiling. When you boil it, it does something else to it. So it's not clearly asur in halacha. It's not that everyone says it's asur not to do it, because the machlokes need to restrict. If someone does do it, we're not going to say it's for sure considered cooking. Now, what do I mean if someone does it? And now we're going to talk about something else. If someone did it already, now there's an issue of Isur Hanoah. I don't know how much I spoke about this. It's really going off a little bit, but it's really related. In general, if a Jew cooks or does any type of work on Shabbos, you're not going to benefit from what the person did. If the Jew accidentally transgressed Shabbos in a way where it's prohibited by the Torah, biblically, he is not allowed to, not only he, no one, all Jews are not allowed to benefit from what he did today on this day of Shabbos. No one can benefit. That's if he did it intentionally. Okay, if he did it intentionally, if you did it b'shoigeg, if you did it accidentally, it's prohibited for him. I never remember now for other people. Wasn't planning to talk about it, but the point is, if someone transgresses Shabbos, you can't benefit from what you did. So, and for those who it was done for, it's like doing it for yourself. Whatever you intend it for, it will be included in that prohibition. So, if someone b'shoigeg, he didn't know, he didn't realize, and he cooked on Shabbos, he's not going to eat that food. So what if someone by mistake took the pot off the fire? He didn't know. They put a bunch of chal in there. You're not allowed. But are you allowed to eat it now? And the answer is yes. But it never says, but yeah, but you could eat from it. Still opinions. Yes, we are strict. But with the evidence, if someone did it, the Rebbe says we could be lenient and eat it because there is still that opinion that says you're even allowed to do it to start with. So of course we don't follow that opinion, but at least if someone did it, we're not going to say, the benefit, because there is that opinion that says that you're even allowed to do it. Now, not all cases are the same. There are cases where there's an opinion that says you're allowed and still will be strict. It depends on who the opinion is. In Shulchan Aruch, they have to figure out how many opinions, who are they, how great they were, according to the level, and how the Rebbe feels, and how, what he's leaning towards in terms of his understanding of the halacha. So there's no general rule. Okay, so let's get back, focus over here. So even in a clean Mishnah, it's not prohibited according to all opinions. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. Cliche is like this. A cliche, we have to also be strict. Because we said in a cliche, there are certain foods that do cook in a cliche. We don't know what they are. So therefore, we're not going to put the croutons or the challah in the cliche, even though it's yad tzedekis. It's not yad nichris, it's only yad tzedekis. We're still not going to put it inside. Now, we spoke about, did we talk about the ladle, about the soup these days? Did we discuss it? Because we serve with a ladle, okay, so we'll discuss it now. You know what? Okay, right, it comes up here. The ladle. What about the ladle? What is a ladle? What category does ladle go in? Everyone understands what I'm asking? What category does the ladle go in? You get my question? This is my powder soup. Do you mind passing me a cup? This is my powder soup. It's a nice pot. I cook soup in it. Then I take the soup and I just take it and time to later pour it into here, into the bowl. It's a cliche. Yeah, but that's not what usually people do. What do people usually do? They have a ladle. You have a ladle here? This is my ladle. This is my ladle. I put my ladle inside, take out soup, like most people do, and then put it into the. Now, what is this? A cliche? Cliche, right?
That was the third one.
It's a cliche. It's a cliche.
According to all or some? Well, according to
You
mine.
catch a gun. According to everyone?
I guess not.
Why not? Why not according to everyone?
The ladle heats up to temperature.
Because you want to see the ladle sits inside the pot.
Yeah.
Let's say the ladle didn't sit inside the pot.
You do it really fast.
If you didn't, yeah.
It's not gonna adjust the temperature.
Why over here, it's like, why are you saying we're not sure?
Makes sense.
One, cliche, what's the question?
The point of a cleat is to, like, the way that it goes down, like from Rishon to Sheni, is because the temperature is changing. But your ladle's too quick of a transfer, it's not gonna adjust.
Okay, you're close to it. Very good, you're close to it, but there's more to it. Because when the difference is, usually cliche means you're pouring from the cliche into the cliche. Over here, it's not being transferred from cliche into cliche. This keli, it's nothing yet, it's empty now. Because we like to call it cliche, call it whatever you want. I take this empty vessel and I'm putting it inside. So now it's inside, the cliche is holding the hot liquid, not that it was transferred into another keli, it's holding it while it's inside the cliche. So this must be a cliche, but it's inside the cliche. Let's explain something else to sense a little better. Why is a cliche different than cliche? Why in general? We never discussed this. Why is a cliche different than a cliche? Why is a cliche stricter than a cliche? If it's the same temperature, what's the difference? The difference is the cliche. I don't think of the difference. Why is cliche stricter than cliche? They're both yad seledus. Cliche is yad seledus. Cliche, what's the difference? What is the difference? Difference is a cliche, the walls are hot. Because the walls are hot, so therefore it retains the heat that's inside the pot. The cliche, the walls are not hot. So it doesn't retain the heat as much. It's one thing. The other thing is also, when it's the fact that it transfers it into a different vessel, it is weakening. It's weakening the strength of the water just with the transfer. Over here, instead of me pouring the cleration, okay, watch me. This is the cleration. This is the ladle, which we don't know what it is, but maybe it's a cliche. But I didn't pour, I didn't pour from the pot into the ladle, allowing it to, in the transfer to cool off a little bit. I put it inside, and it's sitting inside the cliche, though it's not for a long time, the walls aren't getting hot, let's say, but it wasn't transferred. The way it came into the cliche was by sticking it into the cliche. So there's a very obvious difference over here in terms of how the heat is not being lowered to the same extent like we pour from cliche to cliche. So therefore, when it comes to the ladle, there is unclarity in what category it goes into. It's not clear. What is a ladle? What category? It's not clear. You said very well. It's disputable. So we don't know what the ladle is. We don't know what the ladle is. We don't know what this is, right? 2 + 2 = 4. If we don't know if this is a cliche, means we don't know if this is what? Sheni or Shlishi. So here's something very interesting. And this is something also practical. Wow, something practical. The bowl, which we don't know if it's a cliche or cliche, it's brought down according to many, many opinions that you could put salt inside and you could put chal inside. Why? Because we're not sure what it is. Maybe we're not sure, so we should be strict. We're not sure, so you're going to be lenient. Why are we being lenient? Because we're not sure, right? So they explain like this. How come we don't put in the cliche yatziletus? How come we don't put chal into cliche yatziletus or salt? Because for sure you're not allowed to put inside. Because we're being strict. We don't know, maybe it's going to cook. Once you have an additional doubt, it's already too many doubts. There's a general rule when there's a double doubt, we can't be lenient. Now, I'm saying a general rule, I'm not giving it to you so you should apply it yourself in every situation, if you know how to use it. But there is a concept, because you have this double doubt, two doubts over here, so there's room for leniency. And that is why this bowl of soup, which we don't know if it's sheni or shlishi, right? Ali? We don't know if it's sheni or shlishi. We're going to be lenient and say you could put in bread and you could put in salt. Now, salt we didn't discuss in detail yet, so but I'm mentioning it's just you should know what halach is. But there's a string attached. There is a condition here. What's the condition? Condition is it has to be yad tziletus. What do you mean it has to? What I mean to say is it can't be yad nichus. It can't be so hot, it can't be burning hot. If it's yad nichus, no. So it has to be yad, doesn't mean it has to be only yad tziletus. It can't be yad nichus. Then, if you to use it with a ladle, you're allowed. There's another catch. If the ladle is sitting too long in the pot, I've never figured out how long that is. But if the ladle is there for a long time in the pot, then the liquid inside the ladle is pretty much becoming part of the pot, right? When they're placed too long, you become part of them. You join them. The ladle is sitting inside the pot for an extended period of time, it becomes like the pot itself. Then you can have an issue also. So we discussed in the regular case when you're serving soup, and you're not having the ladle just sitting there for an extended period of time. I'm not sure what that exact period of time is, but if you're just using it in and out, that's what we're discussing here. Okay, I'm going to finish writing. Now, salt. What is the issue with salt? We're talking about that you can't put salt inside a cliche. What's the problem? Why can't you put salt? So, the salt is cooked. I'm talking about salt that's cooked. Most salt is cooked already. You want to put a potato, you just leave it, put a cooked potato inside a clear issue. It's cooked already. The salt is cooked.
That was a good.
The salt changes.
No, it's cooked, it's
Change the
official,
taste.
it's cooked in liquid, yeah. But you said very well.
Taste.
No, you said very good. It's dissolving, right? You said it's melting. It's melting. It's not if it's melting. The problem is not melting. Something melts, that's called cooking. The point is, it's melting and it's turning into liquid. Now we have a problem there. What's the problem? Something that's a liquid that was cooked already. Remember we learned, I believe we discussed it. There's more down here. Did we discuss about liquid that's cooked? Yeah, we discussed it. Liquid that's cooked, and then it cools off, and then you recook it. Yeah, remember we discussed it again. You have hot water. It cools off, it's room temperature. Could you recook it? Put it in a place that's going to get hot again. Is that allowed? It was already cooked, right? Are you allowed to recook it on Shabbos? Should have it in the last class. Want to check your notes? It's there. Everyone understand what I'm asking? No? You don't understand? I have a cup of water. I took from an urn, hot water, then it's sitting there, it's sitting, and now it's cold. When we say cold, we mean even room temperature. Am I allowed to take the water and recook it? We're discussing, yeah,
No,
recook it on Shabbos.
no, because that's the same, isn't that the same thing as taking the soup off the stove and then putting it back on?
No, so we're not discussing the blech, right? It's a good point you say, we're discussing bishul. If someone recooks it on Shabbos, is that considered recooking?
Yeah.
Is that prohibited, or do we say it was cooked already? It was cooked already. We said before, you're allowed to recook something that's already cooked. It's already cooked. Am I allowed to, in terms of cooking, just the provision of cooking, is this under the provision of cooking, or we say it was cooked already? How do we view this? What?
You can recook a little bit.
Very good. You can't recook, excellent. You can't recook a liquid on Shabbos because the property of a cooked liquid is that it's still hot. It's not hot anymore, it's not considered cooked. So you know how to recook it. Got it? Now let's apply it to the salt. We're taking the salt that was cooked already, and you bring it, if you put it into hot water on Shabbos, you put it into hot water on Shabbos and it's going to dissolve and it's going to cook again. Now it's a liquid. Now this salt is turning into liquid. Now the way we view it is that you're recooking a liquid that was cooked already. So just like I can't take water that was cooked and then became cold, I'm not allowed to recook it because it became cold. So this salt, because I'm melting it, it's dissolving, it's viewed as a liquid now. If you view it as a liquid, we say, okay, it's a liquid. It was cooked already, very nice, it was cooked, but it's a liquid. A liquid that becomes cold, you're not allowed to recook. That's why we are strict with, there are other opinions. Some chloikas. Now, the Rebbe is strict. The Rebbe says, no, you're not allowed to recook salt, even though it was cooked already. That's why the Rebbe passed is you're not allowed to put salt in Cliche, not in Cliche, not even Cliche outside like this. And this already because we said before. Even though halachically it does not have the ability to cook a Cliche, but there are delicate and sensitive foods that will cook in a Cliche, and we don't know what they are. We means the Shulchan Aruch. The halacha doesn't know what they are, so therefore we are strict. We won't put in salt, even in a Cliche. However, as we said before, when you come to the ladle and the bowl, where the bowl is questionable if it's what? Sheni or shlishi, very good. Now we could be lenient because even this that we don't put in a Cliche is already stretching and being strict, which we should be. Once it comes to a questionable situation, you could, but again, Yad Silet is not, it can't be Yad Nichris, it can't be burning hot. It has to be only Yad. It's pretty hot. I'm getting confused that it's not hot. I'm saying only Yad Silet it's hot. But it's not Yad Nichris. As long as it's Yad Silet, then you're allowed to do it.
What about sugar versus salt?
Sugar is the same idea. It's similar. It's similar in the sense that it's already cooked and it's becoming a liquid. Salt has an advantage in the sense that there are opinions that say that salt is so delicate. I'm sorry, on the contrary. There's an opinion that said that salt, on the contrary, is so difficult for it to cook that you even allowed to put salt in a kli rishon. There is such an opinion. Okay, again, there is an opinion that says that you could put salt even in kli rishon as long as it's not on the fire. You could do it. So that's where it's different with salt, you have done the opinion, but halachically, practically, it comes out the same way. Any questions? Okay. Shabbos, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, and then 4. Okay, you can, so we know you all that. Okay, great, okay, excellent. So, and it doesn't, it doesn't have the numbers on it, you just call it like 5, it's button. 2 is the second button, right? Here, and, there's the Halacha chapter, and there's what I think is chapter, right? Yeah. And that's where this is all calculated like that. Okay, so, oh, you were adding that already? Amazing. Okay. And you know you're on the terminal? Hello? Okay, so the basement, so, I asked them to make sure they do. She's on, she and I are on. So, but everything was also. Okay. Especially this room. And, just ask your questions. Sure that you know each other and formally introduce each other. Oh. The heart, well, it's not my cousin gave it, it's a little, stone room. Teacher. Okay. Yes. I think right So, I don't know, and I think what else I have to go to one. No, I did. No. The room is clean. No. I don't have no. Like Friday. Like Friday trip is up. Normally she speaks what she wants to, I don't speak what I don't want to. The next week I will go short now, I will go. Sophia?
Done. We said to you guys the other day, obviously, I didn't because it's gonna be like, spinning around. She was like, oh, well, you can get this, we have 9 children, we'll have 9 children. It was right at the show. She forgot to put those right at the show, like right after there was too long of a pause, and it was so funny because you both like smirking afterwards. So it was really funny, as yesterday I was with her. And she just was like dropping hints right and left, because now she's been funny and falling, hiding it after the slip up from me. Okay, now it's out.
It's out.
You can like that.
It's out.
This is what she's doing in July now. She said something about, it's 6 months I can read it, so it's like, that was very specific. Yeah, she knows I want to, she doesn't, obviously I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing in your house, I can see you before you heard it.
For me,
You smell it. I could tell. You good, Dana?
yeah, I did that 25 times in the night.
I don't really scratching that. So. Anyways, I'm excited. Maybe any more reason not to go back in December. I don't want to go back regular.
Yeah.
Or on those, if I can find a reason to say no, except for more married or anything.
Yeah, right, thanks.
Exactly, I'm happier here than Vancouver. There's stuff to do, I go crazy. I'm trapped, and this is exactly what my career is, just trapping everything to do.
And then your house is not gonna be close.
Who's doing it? Not my age.
You have like friends from
I have
there.
one friend that she's here together.
Oh, you moved in?
Same reason. There's no point in living here. There's no somebody
So
saying,
all your
well,
friends are here? No,
exactly.
oh,
That's why I don't really want to go back. Also, it's so expensive, single.
you have any like close friends from like before?
Farming out or I cut them off.
Farm life, did that or?
Most people cut me off because I was weird.
That's how you make friends.
So much fun. What makes you do? Yesterday she was so good. Dinner, she comes to us. She comes like running around the table. She does a little run.
Yes.
And I said, "You need some?" She's like, "If you need peace, I'm here."
A piece is.
No, if I need peace, like,
Oh.
it's like, "If you need a hug." I'm like, bro, that you're adorable.
Happier. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Did she better like shoot?
I can't stretch.
I got new socks.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
they're
it's
so
so funny.
high, it's like,
I was
what?
never gonna laugh when I had the because not yesterday, but the like last week when they had a huge jump, I came inside my boots were soaked. So I took them off. When I had long socks on and leggings, and the 4-year-old was like, "Why are you wearing socks?" Because to her, I was so obnoxious, and Mrs. and I were looking at each other, trying really hard not to lose it because we were laughing. Because the 4-year-old doesn't get the nuances yet. Then there's no skin showing.
Yeah.
So I didn't answer. I was just like, oh, my feet were cold, whatever, and I just went to the kitchen. And then the next kid was like, "You're wearing socks? We don't wear socks."
It's like not everyone is like,
But good for it, but you get it. Not yet.
I hate
You're
it.
laughing.
What?
You still have time, right?
Some teachers, like when I was in the 3rd grade, they would like threaten to like, after types, school types, they're gonna come check on your skirt during types. They never did that, they said it, but the fact that they
That's
said
the
it
threat.
was like
Your Rockles really like this is like people down.
a coach. So, yeah,
I decided I was not gonna put today's date and stuff on my status.
Yeah, they came right after Tuesday, which was that.
Decided people could do that at their own discretion.
Yeah. Oh,
Marco always tries to get me to say things. I have her laughing so hard when I told her about the finger thing. I said, okay, I'll try it. And you find it might fit my finger fits. When I was telling you about that, she nearly fallen over. She got so much. She's like, not expecting you to be so blunt. I'm like, it's the part that's the body part, it's not on. I like to describe my experience. Which is also why I think you have an appropriate. But I also had like I'm sure. What did you fall? Like a fence? No, it was like a block, but it was painful.
so you were on the way and you said the names.
I don't remember how I fell. We were doing something, it was construction or like, and there was lots of bits of wood, and I remember falling and I fell on it.
It was in there, wasn't it?
Whoever fell, we were trampoline on the end.
Ah, right.
That's the same idea.
Like your foot slipped into it.
Yeah, I like fell off, yeah.
So you weren't like up.
No. My mom was with me actually, and afterwards I. Yeah, we were. I think it was 15. I don't really know. I think I'm 14 probably, no, I don't think so. Okay. I'm a teenager. Oops, I love these things.
And explored, it's nowhere part of there. That find it over there. Really? I put the book.
A lot too, but.
So you found your spot.
It's like I wanted to saw something, he's like, how dirty are you? One hand, two, and I was like, oh god.
They have stuff for the book. Yeah.
We all have different preferences, it just depends.
Yes, I guess you found your spot. Something would check. Dang, I have to cut my nails. I don't do one. Ow, no.
Really? I never even did it with my nails.
No, I used to come here and
Who? Oh, she's doing the thing with the scissors.
oh gosh.
Oh.
We're supposed to be up there, we're supposed to run it. I posted it and then her face, like, her face is one thing, let me make it right. Her face is looking at her.
It's not nice for the shoes. She's probably gonna make it because it's 10:32.
Where are we?
We're doing it all together.
Downstairs or you can
I'm just getting a little more frustrated. I'm not even bothering bringing my notebook because I'm actually auditory when it comes to learning, so I really don't need to.
No, I'm sure I
So,
still.
by the way, I have one idea for this keto testing. I've been trying to look at.
You're doing it? Really?
I am totally gonna just cram. Because I have a theory.
I didn't know this
This
was
is
out.
because I know about the like parts of learning. If you review something entirely within 24 hours, you retain 90% of the information. So I'm just gonna read the entire book. And then 24 hours, we do it again.
Okay.
At least twice.
When is the test?
We're doing a mock one once. I'm cramming.
It's on Sunday?
Like we probably just have a mock one.
Who's we?
Us, the girls, in the dorm here.
Ah.
Oh, there is Rabbi, it actually is preschool. Rabbi, it actually is over now. Okay, girls, everybody. Okay, it's gonna be downstairs now. Oh, I didn't ask. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well,